This is what I made for my wife on Valentine's Day as a personal chef. So I have always worked in restaurants and hotels and have never had Valentine's Day off. My wife and I have been together for almost 15 years and this was our first time celebrating Valentine's Day on the actual day. It feels kind of weird to have the day off. Anyways, so that's why I wanted to make this one special. My first stop was Galleria Market, which is a Korean market where I picked up some hamachi and a few other things. I was hoping they would have Thai basil, but they didn't, so I headed to Bangluk Market in Thai Town for Thai basil, lemongrass, and limes. I also went to Whole Foods to grab some clams and filet mignon, which both Asians did not have. I gave her some flowers, unpacked, and started to prep. First thing I made was a tart dough because this needs time to chill and bake. I creamed the butter, added powdered sugar, vanilla, and flour. Rolled out into a disc shape, wrapped in plastic wrap, and into the fridge to chill. I asked the guy at the counter for a pound of filet, and for some reason he gave me a pound and a half. Oh well. Seasoned it simply with salt and let that chill until it's time for dinner. I cleaned the clams, changed the water a few times before adding a bunch of salt and putting into the fridge to purge any sand that they might be holding on to. For the hamachi crudo, I wanted to make a sweet, acidic, creamy coconut sauce infused with Thai flavors. So I started off with coconut milk, sugar, a little water to loosen it up, salt to season it, crushed and chopped lemongrass, crushed ginger, lime zest, and a good amount of lime juice for acidity. Shook it up and let it infuse for a few hours. I wanted to make a beautiful broken sauce situation for the crudo, so I washed and dried cilantro, picked a few of the smaller leaves to use as garnish, and blended the rest with algae oil until it got hot and separated. Put it into a piping bag, shocked in ice water, and put it into the fridge. My wife has never had the roasted potatoes that I'm always making for my clients, so I thought it was time that I finally made it for her. Also, I always make sure to buy extra potatoes because more often than not, you're gonna end up with a few bum potatoes like this. Peeled them, cubed them, rinsed excess starch, and cooked with salt and thyme. Once done cooking, I strained them, put them onto a little pan, and into the freezer to chill. I picked a Thai basil so they would be easy for me to use later, and cleaned up this baby pea shoot greens to use as a salad. Shaved radishes and put into ice water so they stay nice and crispy, and yes, I'm using a truffle slicer for the radishes. When you're cooking multiple dishes, you want to make sure you get all your prep done beforehand. For a slightly sweet bright salad dressing, I combined sweet rosé vinegar, fresh lemon juice, and this California olive ranch olive oil with a bit of salt. Simple, simple. For the veg to go with the steak, I cleaned, trimmed, blanched, and shocked the broccolini, then cut and trimmed up these oyster mushrooms. For the hamachi, I cut out the nicest part of the loin and cured heavily with salt and sugar for an hour to firm it up and season it. With the tart dough chilled, I rolled it out onto a parchment paper and put it onto my tart shell. I'm honestly a pretty terrible baker, not a big fan. Fit the dough into the deep corners of the pan, trimmed the excess, and threw it into the freezer. While that's chilling, I started the sauce for the steak. She specifically requested my version of the Entrecôte steak sauce, so I cleaned and removed the bones from some white anchovies, which are much more mellow than regular anchovies, and gave them a chop. In a pot with melted butter, I cooked the anchovies down with shallots and a healthy amount of garlic. I also added white wine and reduced it. In a separate bowl, I add egg yolks, Dijon mustard, dried tarragon since I couldn't find any fresh tarragon in the 3 markets that I went to, fresh lemon juice, which I gave a whisk, and also added chopped brined green peppercorns and chopped capers. Once the anchovy and garlic has cooked down and melted into the butter, I tempered the hot butter into the egg yolk mixture to prevent making scrambled eggs when I go back to cook it on the stove. Back in the pot, I added a bit of water to loosen it up and gently cooked it to thicken it and finish cooking the egg. With the tart shell thoroughly chilled, I put parchment paper on top and filled with rice because I did not have any pie weights or beans. A very Asian pie weight, par baked for 15 minutes. While that's going, I made the passionfruit curd with egg yolks, sugar, vanilla, and fresh passionfruit juice. I also took the seeds and cooked with a bit of sugar. Once the curd has thickened, I strained it to a bowl, finished with knobs of cold butter, and after tasting it, it needed some acidity, so I added some fresh lemon juice for that signature tartness. Poured into the tart shell and back into the oven just until the curd set. I made an Italian meringue, which is a cooked meringue, whipped egg whites with cream of tartar so that it holds the air better and longer, more vanilla paste, and whip until soft peaks. I brought sugar and water up to 116 degrees Celsius before slowly drizzling it into my meringue while it whips to cook it, letting it run on high heat to cool it down. A cooked Italian meringue is extremely stable and you don't have to worry about it collapsing or separating. It's almost nearing dinner time, so I got my pan hot with a bunch of tallow and put it back in the oven to get hot. For the oyster mushrooms, I just gave a little drizzle of olive oil, a bit of salt, fresh black pepper, and threw those in the oven as well. Once the pan and tallow was hot, got the potatoes nice and coated in their own fluff into the pan and into the oven to get golden brown. Now it's time to begin. I cut the bottom of the piping bag with cilantro oil to remove the thicker chunks and strained the rest using a tea bag to get that intense, vibrant green cilantro oil. I also strained the infused Thai coconut sauce. In a cup with the sauce, I spooned some of that cilantro oil to create the final product for the hamachi. First course was a hamachi crudo, so I rinsed the salt and sugar off the cured hamachi, dried it completely, and sliced. I rolled the slices slightly so that it would kind of look like waves, garnished with some shaved radishes for texture and pepperiness, little cilantro leaves because I had some, and spooned the sauce. As it pours, the cilantro oil floats around on top of the coconut to create this very pretty presentation. Hit the hamachi with a bit of Maldon salt, lime juice, and it's ready to go.
Like this.
What?
Has a little bit of everything.
How is it? Tasty? Wow.
She really enjoyed this one. Second course was clams. I start off with a bit of oil in a pan, sweat down shaved garlic and shallots, fried up Calabrian chili to open up the flavors, throw in the clams, white wine, some Thai basil, and let those steam. I like to pull them out of the pan into the plate as they opened up so they wouldn't overcook. Now once most of the clams were finished cooking and the harsh smell of wine has cooked off, I threw in a bit of butter at a time to emulsify into the sauce, thicken it, and give it some body. Finished with some fresh lime juice and just the smallest bit of sugar to balance out the acidity, not enough for it to be sweet, but just for balance. Finished with some cilantro, poured the sauce over the clams, and ready to go. This would have been so good with some nice crusty bread or even a bowl of rice, but she wanted to avoid too many carbs. The Calabrian chili gives a nice gentle fermented and brininess that gives it almost a kimchi or fish sauce flavor, and I think it goes really well with the Thai basil and lime. Third course was the filet mignon, which I had reverse searing in the oven. All I had to do was sear in oil on all sides, and for the sauce, I finished with fresh lemon juice and parsley. And of course, basted the steak with butter, garlic, and thyme. This is probably my favorite smell in the world. While that rests, I make the pea shoot salad with shaved radishes, rinsed crispy shallots for sharpness to cut the richness of the steak and sauce, and of course, tossed with the dressing. To plate, some of those roasted oyster mushrooms, charred broccolini, the sauce on the bottom, a thick slab of that filet mignon cooked rare, and the salad off to the side. Finished with a little Malden salt on the filet. Oh, and of course, those crusty roasted potatoes. Even Izzy got a few bites of steak. Once we finished eating, the tart had been chilling in the fridge to set and was ready to finish. I cut her a wedge and let her design her own slice. She did a few practice meringue piping before deciding on this design, which we torched, added some of those cooked passion fruit seeds on, and enjoyed. Hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day as well.
It's so good.